Hey there, it's Christian from 7 Gaming Network, and I'm here with 5 tips for you to get the very most out of your early days, say the first week or so, in this amazing game. If you've discovered that Raid Shadow Legends is a great game and is for you, then hopefully these tips will really help you. Now, the first one we're going to talk about is your progress missions. Really important that you focus on these guys. So that's down here, you click on the missions tab, and it'll bring up all of these here. Now, the reason why these are so good is that they will give you great rewards, not least of all energy. You can get a lot of energy out of doing these missions. It'll also give you loads of silver, so you can be upgrading your characters, and lots of other bits and pieces along the way. Some of the more important things will be things like shards and these XP brew potions. But really, the reason you want to focus in on these progress missions is that they can help you to really bump up the amount of energy that you've got available. They also give you some good they give you good structure around what to be aiming for, and with this game that's really important because there's loads of things you could easily get dragged into doing, using up your energy too quickly, and that could be quite frustrating. I've had a couple of friends who started playing along with me, didn't really press hard on doing the mission stuff or the next point, which is challenges, and they really started to dry out with energy way too quickly, whereas I was running with 1100, 1200 energy at times, okay? And I was really grinding it too. So progress missions, really important. Secondly, that's the challenges. Now with the challenges, bear in mind, look, you've got 4 things along the sides here. So there's a real broad variety of them to focus in on. So leveling up your artifacts or getting certain artifacts, making sure that you are developing your champions in some way, completing the dungeons, and some of them are quite difficult, and then of course getting stuck into arena and making sure that you are learning how that works and getting a feel for it. Again, what these progress missions and the challenges are designed to do is to give you structure around your play, otherwise it's really easy to just blast it all on things that aren't going to be helping you so much. Now again, what these are going to do is make you use your energy well, but they're also going to give you energy in return. So some of the missions will be quite grindy. So for instance, there'll be some artifact challenges, and you'll see I'm on part 6 of 10. I've been playing about 10 days now, guys. Then you'll see that some of these are really quite specific, and I'll talk a little bit more about those in a bit, because they actually form part of one of the other tips here. But the focus that you need to be making sure you've got is on checking all of these, and always trying to be, whatever you're spending your energy on and doing your missions or your dungeon running on completing as much of these missions on these challenges as you can. It's got a sort of compounding effect. Yes, you'll be using energy, and yes, you'll be needing to spend some silver and upgrading characters, but through completing the challenges, you're running missions to do that, and of course you're gaining the rewards that they're giving you. So it really compounds and means you've got lots of all the resources you need. Thirdly, I'm going to talk about the campaign map. It's a pretty straightforward one, but if you're going to, in this game, get through the campaign map as quickly as you're able, and what will keep happening is you'll get to a point where you'll sort of hit a dead end with the ability of your characters and just how skillful your team is. Again, that helps to give you a little bit of focus on what you need to do. If you realise, man, do you know what, my characters just don't seem to have enough hit points, they're dying too quickly, well then maybe that will be a trigger for you to look at some of your equipment, some of your artifacts, and then what you need to do, of course, is double check that. Let's just pick Bone Knight here. So double check that when you look at their artifacts, you can see that. So at the top there, you can see that you know, his is a hit point main statistic on this helmet. So you can go through your equipment and start trying to work out what equipment do I need on this character. If you haven't already got it, you might have already stuck a good defense or hit point main stat artifact on your character. Great, just level it up. So that campaign map will allow you to, of course, unlock lots of different levels to be able to play on, and some of the challenges will be getting you to make your way across the campaign map anyway. Fourthly, your shards. Now, if you're following the challenges and trying to get some of them completed, you will end up getting lots and lots and lots of mystery shards. Now, these mystery shards, they very quickly become really just food. We call it food for leveling up your characters or for increasing the rank of your characters. It might be helpful to increase the amount of character slots that you've got, maybe at least twice. It's fairly cheap early on, but that will just allow you then to start having I've been keeping the 2-star characters, but very soon that's starting to be at the point where I'm going to need to just keep my 3-star characters, because we're starting to get a lot of them. So when you come to using your mystery shards, just use them up for getting characters that you can then chuck straight into leveling up and so on. All your level 1 stuff is all your commons characters are definitely ones that you can be chucking to as food for your other characters, because there's so very few common characters that are really worth anything. So past day 3 or 4, you're probably not going to be using any common characters, except, and here's tip 5, pick a few commons that are really not good, and when you come to do these missions, the grind missions, let me just show you those. So there's some missions on, challenges on your artifacts. Here we go, look. So here's one. Win 3-star gauntlets with attack percentage as the primary stat from clearing only stage 4 of the sewers of Arnok on normal. Now this is one of the areas where the game is very grindy. You know, that's a very low percentage drop. I've probably done that mission about 150 times now, and it still hasn't dropped yet. However, that's mildly annoying, and since I haven't been able to move on with the artifact challenges. But all I've done is I've picked some commons characters, and then I've just used those missions just to be leveling them up. So because of course I can run them with your main lead who's doing all the damage, and then just stick one character with him, one common character. So for instance, here we go. Look, I've been doing this Lemure character, and then what you can do, of course, is you can just use them as food once you've got them leveled up to. I'm going to go for getting this guy to 4 stars, just going through the missions as I'm grinding the other stuff, and then I'm going to have a 4-star character that I really don't care much for. I'm not going to use him for anything else. You can use your commons and your uncommons to very easily then create some food for your bigger characters that you really do want to. When it comes to upgrading my main character here, KL, my main leader, to 5 stars, I've got to get rid of 4 4-star characters, remember. Well, I don't want to be using good rares or, God forbid, epics that I have at 4 stars. No, I need to be using cheap rubbish characters that I don't much care for, like my commons and maybe your uncommons if you want to speed the process up slightly, that you can just ditch for food. But how you get them to that 3 stars or 4 stars so you can do the ranking up is by just have them tag along with a really good damage dealing character whilst you're grinding through those challenges, because you could end up doing 50, 100 battles potentially even. That's a lot of XP to be able to be leveling up your characters. Anyway, there's 5 quick, simple, straightforward tips. I'll just point them out again. Focus on your progress missions. Focus on your challenge missions. Make your way through the campaign map. Use your mystery shards to be leveling up your characters, because they're just going to be throwaway. Don't try and stall, certainly not those common characters. And finally, pick a few of the commons to start leveling up, or even uncommons that you have got lots of, and just start when you're grinding those missions, start leveling them up so you can use them as nice easy food to upgrade your important characters as you get there. Anyway, if you've discovered this game and you're loving it, please leave a comment, maybe mention which characters you've picked up, what you're really excited about, because I know there's quite a few people have discovered this recently and are really excited about this game. Certainly I and a bunch of friends are really playing it a lot, and I'm really excited about it. So look out for more videos coming for Raid, because it is so good, and hopefully you'll find them helpful. Until next time, keep enjoying your gaming.